What is the most effective? I don't agree that body shaming or making someone feel bad about their weight helps. Right. What is the most effective way that people can lose weight, in your experience as a doctor?
Right. One of the things...
Eat less food, do more exercise.
No, are you a doctor? Piers, can we hear from the medical professional in the room?
Dr. Piers.
Am I wrong, Miriam? Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Doesn't it really just boil down to better, healthy eating, less food down your gullet, and do some more exercise? Do you drink almond milk?
Have been affected by severe flood.
Do you drink almond milk?
I drink plant-based milk.
You do. And do you eat avocados?
I eat a plant-based diet.
Do you eat avocados?
We're asking the government.
Do you eat avocados? Yes?
A leading study from...
Do you... It's an interview. You don't just answer different questions. Do you eat avocados?
I eat a plant-based diet, which
Do you eat avocados?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Great. Do you know how avocados and almonds get made?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yes.
Do you realise that in California, every year, for 6 weeks, they fly in billions of bees to create your almonds and avocados, and in that process, several billion bees get murdered? This is a bee. Right? That's a bee. That, last time I checked, is a living animal. Billions get slaughtered. OK, why can't I identify as a black lesbian?
Well, firstly, I mean, it was...
I'm serious. If I can identify as anything without any need to prove I'm actually what that is, why can't I, on International Women's Day, say, I'm Piers Morgan, I'm a black lesbian?
I think taking it to a kind of absurd status...
I think that's
talking about quite a
with
strong
respect, I think that
change.
you'd already opened the absurdity door by saying it is limitless. You can do what you like. Anyone can say, I'm a woman. So I simply ask you, why can't I?
I mean, this point kind of ridicules trans people to an extent.
Actually, I think what you said ridicules trans people. Tommy, I mean, look, I don't see why, if it's limitless, I can't just say, I'm Piers Morgan, I'm a black lesbian. Because that is where limitless self-identity takes us. It means that male rapists can say they're women and get into female prisons. It means I can say I'm a two-spirit penguin or a black lesbian, and why can't I? If I said my pronoun was hottest man alive, that was my genuine pronoun, would you feel obliged to call me that every day? Hey, hottest man alive? No, you wouldn't, would you? No. So, in other words, it all depends who decides what they want to be called.
And isn't that what we're discussing? The fact that I don't have to do that,
so why do we have to call
why do we have to call Sam Smith they?
Because we're respecting their
so why don't you respect
choice.
Me? That's my choice.
When do I have to
it's
call
my choice.
When do I have to call you?
I want to be called hottest man alive.
Hottest man alive.
Yes,
all the time.
That is my choice, and I demand you respect it.
I'm struggling because we're now, I think...
Sorry, my preferred pronouns are hottest man
really
alive.
demeaning the topic, aren't we?
Sorry,
what are you now going to say that
you just said,
today you're world's hottest man, tomorrow you want to define yourself as a chair or as a dolphin?
Well, I once identified as a two-spirit penguin because I was told there are 100 genders, including astrogender, which is an affinity with the stars, and I was told, Piers, stop being ridiculous. I was like... If there are 100 genders, I can be a two-spirit penguin.
I think
I can now demand you call me, as my pronouns, hottest man alive. But you don't want to because you think that's ridiculous. I think, Angelina, that a bit of fat shaming is a good thing, right? I think that when people say to me, you put on a bit of timber, mate, it makes me go back and try and lose a bit of timber. Eat a bit less, drink a bit less, get on my Peloton bike, off we go, right? I need to have people look at me going, hey, big boy, lose a bit.
That's so ironic because whenever we mention it on air as a joke, you complain about it.
I do that to you because you're the great virtue signalling. We can't say anything negative about anybody's body image. Everyone's perfect.
Yes.
I don't agree. I think a bit of fat shaming is a good thing, a healthy thing. What do you think, Angelina?
I think you're wrong.
I don't like vegans very much. I don't think any of you are very healthy.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, I think you all look pretty pasty-faced and unhealthy to me. But that's your choice. What I don't do is I don't go running into vegan restaurants and start screaming abuse at you all and have to be pulled out by people because you're ruining everyone's fun. Why do you do that to meat eaters?
So the thing is, within years, technology like precision fermentation, alt protein, is going to produce the exact same products that you love right now, using a fraction of the land, producing a fraction of the carbon
footprint. But I like
footprint.
eating meat.
It's the exact same product.
No, but I like eating meat.
Fine. You'll be eating the exact same product.
In fact, the
but
more
without
you guys do this kind of thing,
animals.
the more meat I want to eat.
That's absolutely fine.
No, it's true.
That's fine. That's fine.
Literally, it's a bit... Honestly, it's true. the more stuff you do like this...
Sorry, I didn't catch that. It's true, is it? You've said that about 3 times. I didn't quite catch it. That you like eating meat?
Yes.
You know? Oh, thanks. I didn't get it the first 3 times. Oof! You've got me another one.
Take it off your bingo.
Fantastic.
Take it off your bingo, son.
But where's the salt? Where's it?
Won't need any of this gruel. Let's
Fantastic.
put that to one side, but I will have a bit of steak just to...
You didn't salt it, though.
You see, all you've achieved is you've made me want to do this. Just
that's
eat a lovely...
absolutely fine. You go for it.
Well, when you claim that you're a two-spirit penguin...
Yeah, but you know why I did that?
Go on.
Because you and I had this debate about the 100 genders.
Yeah.
And I made the point, if literally you can now identify in 100 different ways your gender, including two-spirit person and all this other stuff, then I am entitled to identify as a two-spirit penguin. In other words, there are no limits. And what's interesting is, you want me to respect all those 100 genders, however ludicrous some of them are, but you have zero respect for my right to identify myself in any way I see fit. So in other words, it's one rule for you. You say everyone's entitled to say they can be whatever they want. But the moment I decide that I want to be a two-spirit penguin, you go absolutely nuts and want to control how I self-identify.
That's all about accepting that women don't come in one particular size 8 shape.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually a good thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think putting a 300-pound plus model who's 5'2", so to put it in context, she's 100 pounds heavier than me, and she's 11 inches smaller.
I just think it's important that people of all shapes and sizes are represented in the media, just because women of all shapes and sizes do exist, and it's important that you see yourself represented.
But if Tess Holliday goes to a doctor, he doesn't celebrate her 300-pound size. He says to her, you're morbidly obese and you're going to die if you don't do something drastic about your weight. That's the reality check behind this ridiculous celebration of somebody who is morbidly obese.
When the stakes are this high, doesn't it make more sense to hear our story from us?
Oh, shut up. What do you mean the stakes are this high? Who do you think you are? Other than a latte-munching imbecile living in luxury in California while the rest of the world's a cost of living crisis, moaning and whining about an institution which gave you the titles on which you now trade millions of dollars. What are you talking about? What stakes are there other than the massive, gigantic stake?
Let me tell you about a story so true. We're showing me style and it's all so cool. It's about a garment torn and flayed, getting this threads, the story conveyed. Walking down the streets with holes in my teeth. Each rip things here, part of me you see. It ain't about the brand or the label it holds. It's about the journey, the stories it unfolds. In these ragged clothes I find my voice, a testament to resilience. My choice from the streets to the stage, I rock my style. In my tattered shirt, I walk that mile. Ripped and torn, but still I stand in my ragged attire. I command, it's not just fabric, it's a statement. I preach in my threadbare garment, I find my reach. From the barrio to the bar, I make my mark. In my worn out jeans, I leave a spark. And they call it rags, but I call it art. In every stitch and tear, I play my part. It's the struggle of the streets, the hustle so real. In my tattered jacket, I seal the deal. A symbol of defiance against the status quo. My passion of pants, I let it show. It's not about the riches or the wealth I lack. In my faded hoodie, I stay on track. It's the heart of the hustle, the grind each day. In my worn out kicks, I find my way. Ripped and torn, but still I stand. In my ragged attire, I command. It's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. So here's to the ones with the clothes that tear. In our patched up attire we have, so let the world see our garments worn. For in our rags, our stories are born. In the language of the streets we speak. In our torn up clothes we find our peak.
Sorry if I missed something? I thought you've been telling your truth, which is often a pack of lies, from the moment you abandoned this country. Well, today's new trailer doubles down on the last trailer, and there's more tears. Remember that clip of Meghan once showing us how she could cry like that at the drop of a little tarnished tiara? Remember that? She could do it like that. Just bear that in mind when you watch it. Did you get that one?